Hey y'all, it's me, Niecy Lynn. This is take 2 on October the 7th. Because I just realized I was sitting there holding the chart up to the screen. So there's nothing wrong with my mind at all. But we will make it through. I was looking at Baltimore Saltbox and talking about how I could put Catch's name in between here and then leave some of the icons and still put his name and the date and the time and the weight and all that in here. But I was holding up the chart instead of this. This is Baltimore Saltbox by Brenda Gervais. And here I am on the absolute struggle bus, evidently, because what the heck. So this week I got the urn finished. I don't know that I've done any of the leaves except these two, but I hadn't put the red flowers in. So I've got just the leaves down here and the buds, but I got all the ones done on this side and I got the urn done. So that's nice. I made decent progress on this guy, so I just have my windows left, the rest right here, and then what I decide to put in between the icons down here. Like I said, I really think I'm going to make it a birth sampler for Catch because I have not got one done for him, and he's already had his year birthday, and that is embarrassing. So I think that this will be a good one for him for his birth sampler. So I will just put it down here and love it. But this is on 32 Count Country Mocha from Floss and Fabric. The roof I used is Misty by Wicked Stepmother. You know I love Hey Jude for a roof, but this one I wanted a little lighter. And so this Misty is absolutely gorgeous on there. I love it. So this one has been fun to stitch on this week. James Williams has been off, so my week and my time have kind of been weird. I've got to hurry this morning because we're meeting a friend for lunch. He has been a friend for 25 years. And we don't get to see him all the time. He lives at North Fort Worth, so it's not like a ton of a long ways, but it's a little bit of a long ways. So we will meet him for lunch at 11. So I got to get getting this morning and get this done and uploaded. And the commercials may be crazy for a while because Micah is on the road to Florida. Michael and the girls are on the road to Florida, so Justin's been out there for a week and they're going out there. So that has been on my mind, them driving by themselves. So now I'm backtracking since I had to start over again. I was 9 minutes in, y'all. Lord. There's nothing wrong with me, but let me tell you, it's been a week. He was supposed to have his colonoscopy. His bowel prep did not work. When we got there and talked to the doctor about it, they decided to reschedule it, and he'll have to do a 2-day bowel prep. So you can imagine. Well, y'all know, y'all got the men's in y'all life. You know how it is. Because if they said to me, you can have an orphanage with 20 kids, or you can have another husband, guess which one I'm taking? Orphanage with 20 kids every time. So much easier. So much easier. The friend that we're meeting for lunch, he has, like I said, he's been our friend forever. And we decided to go to the Ren Fair down in Houston. Actually, it's in Pleasantville or something like that. I don't know, Conville, Peanutville, Pleasantville. Anyway. Texas Renaissance Festival, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now, that was the best vacation I think I've ever had in my life, because I put Kramer up in the front seat with James Williams. I got in the back seat, and I was reading Merrick by Anne Rice. Y'all, I sat back there and read in peace and quiet. I didn't look at the road. I didn't think about us about to crash into someone. All that. I just delved into my book and stinking loved it. seriously, I should probably get Kramer to go on vacation with us all the time. There's no doubt because, well, you know. But this is at First Cox Crow. This is in the Sisters book by Blackbird Designs. And yes, it has a typo that makes me crazy because there's no L in the Blackbird and it makes me kooky. But, so I try not to look at that part. But this is it here. It's all oranges and grays. And so if you do a muted color palette, it's perfect. I'm just really too loud for that and it doesn't work for me. So I changed mine and added in 2 purples by Wicked Stepmother. Of course, I had to use some Hey Jude. It's the roof on my house. And then I used violet and blue and purple rain are the 2 purples I added in. And I stinking love it. I love it. It does have a few specialty stitches right here. If you don't like specialty stitches, you could just cross stitch those instead. But I got all my little stars done and my moon done this week. So I got decent progress. Like I said, my roof, that roof in the house is Hey Jude. And it is, like I said, the perfect roof color. I love it. So that one is fabulous. And I've loved working on it this week. It has been so fun. Like I said, I haven't got to work a ton on it. But I decided to do my little moon purple. You know, sometimes it looks gray, kind of purpley, violety up there. So I decided to do him that way so I wouldn't have another big block of orange because I have the big orange house. So I didn't want another big block of orange. So he's purple instead. So, but I do love him. He'll be great with my purple prairie schooler. He'll be wonderful with that. So that'll be nice. But that, oh, and I'm reading, it's called That Woman by, I can't remember who because I left the book over there. Go me. Anyway, it is about Wallace Simpson. And it is very interesting so far. So far, it's just about her young life. We haven't, well, she's married at this point. She's married the first guy. And it is really, I'm really enjoying it. I got it off Thrift Books. I don't know where I heard the mention of it. I'm sure in one of the shows that we were watching. And it's very interesting. And I'm still gulping my coffee. Okay, then Button, and our Charles is back from his trip. He found some of the coolest things. He found an old tile, I think he said Spanish tile with a dog footprint on it while he was peeing. He found a falconer's whistle, tons of buttons, tons of pipe bowls. He just found some of the coolest stuff when he was mudlarking. So, and also I read The Lost Apothecary. And if you haven't read it, it brings up mudlarking in the very beginning. And it was very interesting work of fiction, but it was very fun to read. Okay, now we have, we're just gonna put this guy on this board right here because it's very handy. It's right here and that's handy. This is Button by Brenda Gervais. It got just a little bit of stitching. Oh, I mean, it's got a decent sized block on it. Button by Brenda Gervais. I've nearly got it finished because I'm just left with the, I'm doing this right here, right around the outside. So it is nearly finished and then it goes into a needle book. And here it is right here. And I love it. It's beautiful. Because her colors are really muted. I did not use any of the call for colors really. I don't guess I used any. I pulled the DMCs and then I changed them out to different things. My Birds are Blue Suede Shoes by Wicked Stepmother. One of their chests is Autumn Sweater, and then the other part of their chest is Red Rocks. And it has like little, they look like dogwood blossoms to me, but maybe they're not. Maybe they're some other kind of blossom. But they do kind of have a little indent like a dogwood does. but it's so pretty. The linen is horrible. It's beautiful to look at, horrible to stitch on. I don't mind it being real uneven, some of the threads being real thick and some of the threads being real thin. That's fine. I don't like that it's so fuzzy, so that it's really hard to tell and be sure you hit the right one. My light box does help with that. It really does. From the light coming up underneath, it does help a ton, but it's hard to see. You really need to stitch on this in the daytime, so it doesn't get as much as it ought to, but I'm closing in on a finish with this guy here, and I stink and love it. And on, before I forget, Sisters, I did decide to put it here in the lid. So here's her little box, painted and waxed. And then it's here in the lid. And I will take it to her today and drop it off at her house, even if she's not home. I do want to put a little fake succulent in there, which I think I have one in there that I can do a little arrangement of them down in there, and it'll work. And that way she can pull it out if she doesn't want to leave it in there. But she could also leave her sage sticks in here too. So that would, it would be a great place for storing your sage sticks. Would look beautiful standing up in there. So that's another thought. But I hope she likes it. I made her a card over there, and I'll drop it off today because we'll be right there by her house when we eat lunch. And I also sent her a message letting her know we'd be over there. So maybe we'll get to see her and Daddy and Annie. Also, baby Keely and Bebe and Catch, who knows. I did send them all a message saying, hey, we're coming that way. We'll be there at 11, blah, blah, blah. So, but I don't know what they've all got on their books today. You know, everybody's busy. Everybody's busy these days. I know I think I'm like busy, but everybody's busy. It's not just me. Everybody's busy. Now, I want to, before I forget, do last week's shares, which I forgot to bring in here, but I will announce the names. Karen Barnes, Debbie Sisk, Miss Laura Judd, Renee Smith, Cindy Flinchbaugh, Swan Cottage, and then Vicky. And you're Vicky with the purple V as your little icon. Okay? You got the autumn. But is that everybody? Vicky, Karen Barnes, Debbie Sisk, Miss Laura Judd, Renee Smith, Cindy Flinchbaugh, and Swan Cottage. And I just like pick a winner. You know, they always pick for me, and it always seems to. I used to use the other one, Random Comment Picker, but it's being ornery for me. And so I just use pick a winner, and it just does it also. So you just put in the keyword, and it randomly picks it for them. Okay, now questions and comments, and then I do also have Happy Mail. So hopefully, what is my watch doing? I don't know. I will get everything in before something happens. Oh, and I forgot to grab it again, Michelle. She said, thank you for suggesting the gray fabric for stitching with the housewives instead of black. I thought I would remember to grab it. And sure enough, there isn't one over here. But it does, their designs are just as adorable on gray fabric as they are on black. I've done several that way and been very pleased because I didn't have the light box at the time and it was not easy. I can't see the black anymore without it. Sharon Tessie said, yes, she said that maybe one of the other residents accidentally picked up Mama's glasses. And yes, Sister and I have laughed and felt horrible about laughing about someone else having her glasses, not realizing they weren't their glasses and thinking they're going blind because, of course, they think they're their glasses and now they're not working. So, yes, we have just, the eyeglasses have just been, And Swan Cottage said that her mama's jewelry got stolen or when she was in some sort of care facility. And so she said she felt bad because her mom's jewelry got stolen. So she gave her some of hers. And then her mama sold it. And she said she couldn't even be mad about it because her mom was so proud about it because she said she got such a good price. Y'all, Alzheimer's and dementia is something else. If you have not dealt with this, It is. And she said, she thought she got such, and she said, I knew she wasn't in her right mind. She never would have done it, if she had been thinking clearly, but they're not. And Teresa, thank you again for Kimi's Panda. It is in her room in pride of place, and she loves it. So thank you so much for sharing that, because it made her super happy. Carol did say, which I didn't get to stitch on it this week, that Halloween rules and Christmas rules are both on 1-2-3 Stitch, that they have them both right now. But if they're out of them, they have a little button on there, if you've never bought from them, that says, and they have all the Lizzie Kate patterns. So unless your LNS still just has some from when they were released by the designers, you have to get them from 1-2-3 Stitch. So, but if you go on there, they have a little button you can push that says notify me when this item is back in stock. So they'll send you an email when they get them back in again. So if you want either one of those, you can get them that way, and that button is genius. Kim Ray, hello and welcome. She is a new watcher and first time watcher, so hello. I hope you're having a happy Friday. Mary Lou was saying that the battery 4x4s, the little four-wheelers and cars and things that run on a battery that little kids have, she said, because they do go, they go faster than you think. And she said, thank God you don't live in you don't have them in the front yard without a sidewalk. Some people, and some people do, like around here, they have what they call zero lots. And the house literally takes up the whole lot. And I have seen people letting their kids drive them down the sidewalk, while they're walking with them. Not here. Not here. Not the banshees around this house, the little wild things. No, they got to stay in this backyard. And the fence runs all the way around, right, all the way around the back and the sides of the house. And the gate on this side, we put a lock on when we moved in. So it's got a keyed lock. So even we don't go in and out of it. So that way I only have to worry about them getting out one side. Because I'm going to tell you, the kids in this family are something else. They are something else. Always have been. So yes, those little battery machines, I could not take the stress of walking behind one of my kids down the sidewalk. Because I'm going to tell you, one of mine would be and just be off. My kids, grandkids, same thing. They are way too lively for that. Tammy, happy late birthday, because she said her birthday is Flag Day, and that's our Annie's birthday. So you're I have a birthday with another fabulous person. So happy late birthday, but I love that our Annie's birthday is on Flag Day. Patricia said, did you look in the fridge? I did not look in the fridge. I've got to check with sister today and see if she looked in the fridge, because I didn't. So that's the one place I think I didn't look. And Trudabeth said that I think it was her mama put hers in. Her husband had built her a bread box and they couldn't find her shoes, and she'd put her shoes in the bread box when she had the dementia. So I'm telling y'all, it's something else. And Lisa Lenore said she did not get to the Carnival of Flowers in Toowoomba. Lenore was traveling around Queensland on vacation, and Lisa said that was a beautiful thing to see, the Carnival of Flowers there, but she says it's on her bucket list now, and so she will definitely make sure she makes it. And Gina said, yes, Gina, I ordered 2 pairs of glasses for Mama. So one of them will go in the safe in here, and so if she calls me saying her glasses lost again, I will just go get the other pair out. Because I don't want to think about that again. Karen, our Nancy at the flower shop, her whole house was decorated in red, white, and blue. It was gorgeous. Everything was red, white, and blue. Her husband had been in the Navy early on, and then she grew up moving her kids all around. They lived everywhere, and her house was red, white, and blue, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And at Christmas, she just picked up more on the red and the white, and it was absolutely stunning. We always loved to go into our Nancy's house. Now she lives up in Kentucky with her kids, and Sue and I are talking about trying to get up there to see her because she is not new and is not getting any newer like none of the rest of us. Susan W., hello fellow Texan. I Playing with Jacks by Cricket Collection is on my someday stitch list. It is beautiful. So I'm dying to see that when you're finished with it because it is such a beautiful piece. Carrie asked about this piece here. This is the Queen of Losing It, and it's by Stitching in Brooklyn. During the pandemic, I was the queen of losing it because everything was about to push me over the edge, and I spent the whole pandemic with one eyebrow up like this. And so Stitching in Brooklyn designed this chart, and before I could even get mine started, Teresa, because she is fabulous, stitched it. She dyed the fabric, she stitched the design, and then she fully finished it on this board with the leaves and that brown antique thread and everything. So it is by Stitching in Brooklyn. It's a PDF chart, and I'm sure if you can email me and I'll send you their email address, and I will check with them and see maybe I can just send you the one I have, because they just sent it to me. So, but yes, it is fabulous, and yes, that is definitely my eyebrow. But all of the pandemic, my eyebrow was like that for the whole pandemic because I was stressed out and I was the queen of losing it. Peggy's, yes, I could backstitch around the beaks we talked about on here. I am not afraid to backstitch. I'm a girl, I learned to stitch in the 80s. So yes, I will probably backstitch around his little beak and his beak right here to make it show up better, because it makes a ton of difference. What did I backstitch this week? Oh, I'll show you what I backstitched this week. I should have talked about that a minute ago, because backstitching can make a huge difference. When I stitched on this little moon, let's see here. And if I fold him just so you can see it, I backstitched around his eyes, his nose, and his mouth, but not his cheeks, to make him show up a little more. And I used the same color. I didn't use black. I used the same color, gray. So it just kind of adds a little definition and brings it out. Now, if you use black, that's going to make a big difference, and you're going to see definite backstitching. But if you just want to make something a little more pronounced, if you stitch with the same color and backstitch around it, it'll just give you a little delineation around kind of the thing. It'll just kind of make it show up a little more. So yes, I'm not afraid to backstitch. I am a backstitch queen. And I love to do black work. I haven't done a blackwork piece in a while, but I do love black work, and you know, it's all 90% black backstitching, and I love it. It's beautiful. Liz Almond, I've done a couple of her pieces, and they are just gorgeous. One of the pieces that my kids usually don't ask to have them, but one of the pieces, the backstitch pieces I did, Micah asked for, and she has it out all the time. And Dottie, yes, when we finish Cox Crow Sal, I am all down with Sal and Away We Ride and getting it done by next year. So that would be fabulous to go ahead and get it absolutely done. Now, I'm going to show y'all some things that they'll be shares this week, but Jackie sent me this box, and I've got one of them out so you can see it without the, oh, and I don't have Aria's over here. Aria taught me, well, I'll show you the picture, and then in art, they told them how to, she came in and she said, Shug, you know we did this artist, and I can't call her name. And she turned around and I said, oh, it was Frida Kahlo. It was good. I mean, I obviously instantly knew that she had drawn Frida Kahlo. It's not showing up good because you can see my yo-yo laid over it in the thing. So she said, Shug, I'm gonna teach you how to draw Frida Kahlo. And so she said, draw you and draw this. And so I just did exactly what she said. And she, I don't know if you can tell, she has a little monkey on her shoulder, and Aria's right there. And so I did exactly what she said to draw my Frida Kahlo, and that's what I came up with. She has on a scarf around her neck, and then I guess that's supposed to be her dress. out from under there or something. But, and then she said, and then you have to draw a monkey, because I can't remember how to tell you to draw a monkey. So, so I drew a little monkey out there, and then when I colored it with my markers, it ran, because I'd used a pen. So to outline her nose, and then when she said, now you have to color it, and then I had to go back and color it, it smeared. So that's my Frida Kahlo. But yes, I mean, I instantly knew when she turned it around that that was Frida Kahlo. I thought she did so good, and she was so proud of herself. She said, yeah, we learned how to draw this artist, but I can't call her name. And I did get to do, well, they're laying down in this, but there's 3 boutonnieres and the 2, 3 boutonnieres and the 2 bridesmaids bouquets for it's just a little small wedding. And then what else did I do this week? God, that's kind of pixelated or something. I guess my light wasn't good. But then I did the bride's bouquet. That's the bride's bouquet. So I got to have some fun with that this week. I hadn't done flowers in a while, so that was like crazy fun to get to do that. Is that everything I was going to show y'all? I think so. And my girl was with me this week, so Kimmy didn't feel good, so Aria stayed with us a little more. But when Micah picked up the girls, Aria, Saturday morning, because Kimmy didn't feel good, she went with us and stayed, and the rest stayed home. Jackie had sent me, and I'm gonna turn it this way so you can't see her address, this box. And she had emailed me and said there was a box coming. What else is in here? What have I done? Oh, that's just already in there. Okay. She was sending a box of charts. There we go. I've got a mess going here. The first thing I pulled out, and Micah laughed, and she said, Mom, I thought you were having a stroke, because I have started to buy this for myself so many times, and I'm afraid that I wouldn't be able to figure out how to do it. And here it is in this box. Gosh. Look at this. It's the Salem Quilt, the Mystery of the Salem Quilt Guild Part 1. And then all the parts are here. And if y'all can't see, this is the cutest thing. You color on the fabric, and then you outline all the pieces. And then when it's all put together, of course I would never be able to do this border in like a million years, but, or the things in between. But it is so stinking cute. It's by Crabapple Hill Studio. And they're right there, crabapplehillstudio.com. Y'all, to say I'm in love with this is like the minor would be playing it down just so much. I am so in love with this. And like I said, Micah thought I was having a stroke. She said, my gosh, Mom, are you okay? And I was like, so excited. Because I wouldn't buy it for myself because I was afraid I would not be able to do it. And then here it is. And I'm dying to start it. And it has all the pieces, and then the last one tells you how to put it all together and everything. But it gives you directions. I have to get myself a kind of a little marker that I didn't have when I looked, because I have lots of markers, but it's a 0.01 or 0.02 brown pigment pen, which I don't have. So I needed to get that. But Jackie, this box, and so out of this box will be shares for today, because there is fabulousness all in this box. I'll just hold up a few, and then the little notes down in here somewhere. That's my book from James's mom. All this fabulousness in here. Holy Toledo. So these are where our shares will come from today. It's just straight out of this box. Which I'm going to show these two because these are Lizzie Kate. So here again, you can get them on 1, 2, 3 stitch, even if your LNS does not have them. I know I have this one in here and my stash is Boo. As a matter of fact, I pulled it out to get it stitched real quick. This is a Stitching with the Housewives. Here again, that you could also do on gray and it would be fine. Jolly Saint Nick and Rudolph. Here is, which this one is adorable. This is a Bonnie Sullivan All Through the Night Jolly Jack, which I've seen lots of people stitch it. Here's a Lizzie Kate Dog Lessons for People, which we all need to read and do. Plum Street Samplers, Hello Fall and Hello Winter are in here. Both of these are gorgeous. Let's see. How am I going to keep these all separated out this way? This is Every Witch Loves Halloween and Cross Stitch by, and I'm probably going to say it wrong, Curie Bedicure. It is so cute. That witch, that dress is the cutest dang thing, and that shoe, adorable. This is Brenda Gervais Christmas Cottage, Heartstring Samplery, Baby It's Cold Outside, which I've never got stitched. Holiday Inn, which I know I remember Chelsea stitching this one. I don't remember Priscilla stitching it for some reason, but I think Chelsea, I remember stitching this and it being beautiful. October 31st, Bittersweet and Broomsticks, Witch's Brew, Happy Birthday America. Oh, that one I think is turned the wrong way. That one's showing itself. This is Madame Cottontail by Brenda Gervais. Oh, and this one. Y'all know I love this one, and I stitched it. My Spring Hair by Lottie Da. It is fabulous. So we know I'll definitely put that one over there right away. Spring Delivery by Scattered Seeds. I meant to stitch that one forever. I think I have it in my stash. Easter Parade by Blackbird. Y'all know I've stitched these. They are fabulous. With our needle and thread, this is called Samplings number 1. Spring Gathering by Scattered Seeds. And then here's some of the word plays by Brenda Gervais. And these are, what is it, March, May, September, and here's October and November and December. Here's Witch's Brew. Oh, and I think, I know I have this one already. Witch or Treat, which I haven't got stitched, but it's in there. Ho Ho Ho. I love these, and I've stitched this one several times. I mean, there's just, y'all, I could go on and on and on. She sent this adorable note to say that thank you for all you do, and she's so sweet. And thank y'all for all y'all do and keep me in line and on point. But there is just, I mean, there is Cricket Collections, but that Cricket is so cute. This little Santee down here with his little sack and the angel. The Welcome that has the interchangeable things. I mean, there's just all kinds of stuff in here. So much stuff. So this one, oh my gosh. And it's called Matter's Choice. And it is beautiful. And you could go like one way or the other way. You can stitch it in relief, I guess maybe. No, it's not stitched in relief, but you could, since it's a one color design. If you really wanted to go hard, you could stitch it in relief and that would be amazing. But it's amazing anyway. So beautiful. So all these are here. So those will be our shares today. I'm gonna pull some of these out real quick. So let's see what we got here. And I'm gonna get this done, get off of here so I can get ready to go and get this uploaded. This is, what's it called? A Little Boo by Lizzie Kate. So use the word, I have to hold it up. Use the word boo if you're interested in that share this week. And you need to subscribe and like the video, and then make sure you use the comment with a keyword. This is Jolly Saint Nick by Stitching with the Housewives. Use the word Rudolph. If you're interested in that guy. This one is Halloween and cross stitch. Let's use the word stitch on this guy. This is Cure Better Cure. I'm making notes, so I'll make sure I use the right keyword, y'all, if y'all are wondering what I'm doing down here. This, y'all know I stitched and loved this thing. Spring Hair by Lottie Da. Use the word spring. This is Stitching with the Housewives Trick or Treat. Let's see. Use the word treat. Tell me what your favorite treat is on this one. And then this one, have we used the word Halloween yet? No. This is the Halloween Hoopla, and I want somebody to get this stitched in time for Halloween. So on this one, use the word Halloween. Halloween. So I'm super short this week, so we can get off here and I can get off here and get uploaded and everything before we have to go. So y'all have a happy Friday. Email me if you're one of the share recipients from last week. And have a great Friday and enjoy your stitching. Bye.